Will Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss land the top quarterback in the transfer portal? And who is that? Hang tight, I'll tell you. What is up, college sports fans, fellow members of Mountaineer Nation? This is Coos, and I'm coming to you direct from the hills of wild and wonderful West Virginia. And you are in Coos' Corner. Thanks for dropping in. Before I get started on the show, I ask that if you please hit that red subscribe button for me. If you like college sports videos, also share it with your college sports loving friends. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And also, will you please leave a comment in the comment section as I'm doing the video and let me know, once you find out who this player is, if you think they should go to Ole Miss and if you think they are the top quarterback in the portal. Now let's get on with the show. So for all the players that are quarterbacks that remain in the transfer portal, you've got Bo Nix from Auburn. You've got Max Johnson from LSU. You've got Keaton Slovis from USC. You've got Dylan Gabriel from UCF. You've got Zach Calzada from Texas A&M. Out of all those guys, and which one is the top one in the portal? The answer is none of them. That's right, none of them. But I'll tell you who is. The guy's name is Cameron Ward. I think he goes by Cam. And he goes to a school that many of you may not have even heard of. It's an FCS school, the University of Incarnate Word in San Antonio, Texas. That's right, Incarnate Word in San Antonio, Texas. To be honest, it's a school I had not even heard of until just a couple years ago. But they've got this quarterback named Cameron Ward, who is turned into a superstar and is now being pursued by several major Power 5 schools. He led the FCS in touchdown passes last season as a sophomore with 47 touchdowns. He was third in yards with 4,648, and he had a 65% completion percentage. And he made his first official visit to a Power 5 school this past weekend. And I'm coming to you right now on December 16, 2021, on a Thursday. He took his official visit over the weekend to Ole Miss. That's right, Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin. It's the first Power 5 school to get an official visit from this kid, and Lane Kiffin found him by accident. Kiffin got to learn on his phone that one of the top quarterbacks in the FCS was in the transfer portal. So he goes on his computer, starts looking at some highlights, looks at his staff and says, "Why didn't you all tell me about this guy?" Well, they do some more digging and come to find out because there was hardly no film on him. Because in high school, his team ran a wing T offense. For those casual fans out there who don't know what a wing T is, it's basically an offense where you run the ball on almost every snap. There's hardly no passes thrown. So there was just not a lot of tape on him. So he had no Power 5 offers and only a few FCS offers coming out of high school. He ended up in Incarnate Word, has found great success there, as I told you as I read his stats to you. And now he's starting to get some recognition. He is the highest rated quarterback right now in the transfer portal with a ranking of 93, according to 247 Sports. And I'm going to put a link to this article I'm telling you about that brought this to my attention in the description box. Other than Ole Miss, he's been offered scholarships from Indiana, North Texas, and Houston. But he's yet to make visits to those schools. He's had other schools reach out to him. Those schools include Florida, Auburn, Nebraska, Troy, Texas State, Western Kentucky, and Liberty. And last but not least, my team, the West Virginia Mountaineers, apparently have reached out to speak with him. Now, he did visit Liberty, but the day after he visited Liberty, Charlie Brewer committed to Liberty. So Liberty's probably off the table. But I feel like Ole Miss probably has the best chance to land this kid because they were the first one to offer him from a Power 5 school, and they were the first one to which he made an official visit. And what's really cool about this story, they interview his dad in the article, and he talks about how they had not ever visited a Power 5 school, so they were super impressed with the facilities, with how they were treated, with the program as a whole. They were just really blown away by it, and they're just enjoying the experience. But now here's the kid is not expected to make a decision until sometime in early January, and there's a chance he could end up returning to Incarnate Word. His dad said he feels obligated to that school. He feels obligated to the guys who came to play there. Some of them came because of him. But they are experiencing a coaching change there, and until they know who the new coach is, they don't want to make their decision. So let me know in the comments, who do you think ends up landing this kid? Do you think he'll end up at Ole Miss to play for the Lane train? Do you think he ends up at one of these other schools I mentioned? Is there a school not on the list that may come out of the woodwork to offer this kid? Or does he end up back at Incarnate Word? Personally, if I were him, I see this opportunity to better myself and play for a higher level school. I believe I would go to Ole Miss or one of these bigger schools if I know there's a chance I can play. Now, Ole Miss would be perfect because we all know Matt Corral's going to be leaving after this year. They're going to be looking for a quarterback. He could step right in. He's got 2 years of eligibility. He could step right in and possibly start. But also at the same time, if he goes back to Incarnate Word, you would have to admire his loyalty. And apparently now at least he's on people's radar. Maybe now some NFL scouts will start watching this kid. And we know that if you're good enough, scouts will find you. So it's definitely not out of the equation. So let me know, once again, in the comments, where do you think he lands? Who are you a fan of a team I didn't mention and you'd like your team to go find this kid? Let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Once again, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you like the video. Don't forget to share it. I ask that you check this video out right here, especially if you like game preview videos. I appreciate you tuning in. Q Country Roads.